Expo in Las Vegas Comic, and we are with Ryan Benjamin. All right, so how did it all start for you, man? Because you got a lot of artists out there, writers, to want to get into the comic book world, and they want to learn from one of the best.
How did I get started in the industry?
Yes.
A long time ago, I was sitting in college. I just didn't know what I was going to do, but I had this small little ambition inside of me to draw comics, and I submitted some artwork to Image Comics when they were looking for talent, and it took about 6 submissions.
Wow.
And then finally it got accepted, and they flew me out to Image to test me out for about a month.
Right.
And after that they said, okay, we like you, we want you to stay, and that was pretty much it. And I just ended up staying. I pretty much left everything. I just moved from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Wow.
Been there ever since.
Now, is there any things that have been like a challenge for you on some levels, besides just going to work for Emmett and all the things that you've done?
Well, pretty much everything I'm doing is a challenge, but I welcome it. I love a challenge. Like an example, just finding myself as an artist.
Right.
Creating that one identity to isolate myself from other artists. That took some time, because when I first got in, I literally was studying other artists, because I knew how to draw, but I wasn't great at drawing comic books. And it took me about 6 years or so to truly fine tune everything and find that one target what I was looking for. And then once I found it, I built on that, and then I transitioned from being a painter into a comic book artist, into a sculptor, then into a 3D artist, and then now I'm an animator, and I pretty much do it all. So,
can you name some of the things that were your favorite that you've worked with and done?
The what now?
What have been some of the projects that you've worked on that it was just great?
Batman Beyond, of course. I love working on Batman Beyond.
How did you feel when they came up to you with that project? It was like,
honestly, it didn't hit me till my second phone call. The first one was from the editor, and he called me. He said, "Hey, I want you to work on the book," and I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. Y'all work on it." And then when I called a friend of mine, he lives in Miami. He used to own a comic book store. He was the guy I used to go to his store all the time. Right. His name is Joe Mon, and we used to. Basically, what happened was I called him up, and I'm like, "Hey, Joe, I'm about to work on Batman Beyond," and he just like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You better do a good job, because everyone's waiting for this." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." I have no choice. I have to do something. And that's when I'm like, okay. That's when I took a step back, and I'm like, what did I just get myself into? I hope I do a good job. And literally, and I found out what he was talking about, because when I first started drawing it, and I started doing stuff, and then later on, when I got some pages back, I got some feedback from the editor, and he was like, "Yeah, this is great, but make this some small changes." And then eventually, that's when I realized, okay, all right, I think I know exactly where I need to take this. Right. And then I kind of went into a certain direction, and then when I was done, I started getting feedback from fans. Right. They were like real critical, like if I drew, his eye wrong, or his smile was wrong, or it was like little things like that. They were just on me, So I'm like, okay, but now, the next book I'm on, I gotta step it up, and I kept doing that every time. Trying to do the best I can.
So what are you working like? Any big projects you think, or can you even talk about it yet, or you got anything coming up? Or
I'm working on right now. It's about like 7 different projects I'm working on. I can't talk about. The only thing I can talk about is Pancratia right here. This is my own book right here.
Okay, so you got your own book.
I can show you some pages in here.
Great.
So this is basically a book that I created right now, and it's basically about this brother and sister fight team that's caught up in this futuristic slave trade, and they're being hunted by this bounty hunter right here on the cover. So
Very cool.
that's basically what's going on in the story. And I put together this book right here. It's a lot of panel work. And the reason why it's formatted like this because I'm animating all of this. That's why it has this.
So this has to take this got to take a very long time to do this.
It's taken some time, but you know, it'll pay off in the end. I'm not worried about it because I'm having fun while I'm doing it. I'm not doing this for profit. I'm doing this for fun.
Right.
So
you got other things to do.
I got other things that I'm doing this profit. This is like my side thing.
So this is the benefits of when you get there.
Pretty much.
There you go.
This is all for fun. But you know, like yeah, there's just some series of shots I have in here.
Wow,
and,
nice.
You know, a couple of headshots here and there. I also have some tutorials in here I did because the reason I did this because every time I come to a convention, people bring me their portfolio and I take a look at it and I'm constantly trying to explain to people how to draw this, how to do this, and
Gotcha.
And sometimes people just don't get it. You know, so I literally had to just put a tutorial in there just to kind of show them. You know, buy the book, take it with you, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I actually have some projects in here that they can actually work on stuff.
Oh wow! Get a little mentorship from you.
Yeah, like here, you know, I did a rendering tutorial and a design tutorial. So I just did this blank template so people can go on top of it and draw what they want. You know, kind of in that mode. So,
Well, one more question. What is the most inspirational thing you could give an advice to one of those? Especially, I mean, let's just be real about it. Not many brothers are in the industry.
Brothers, all right.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go there for a minute.
Okay.
And to be up to scale where you're at, what's the best advice you can give them?
Okay. First of all, it doesn't matter what color you are. As long as you got talent, you'll get work. It doesn't matter. So, and I've heard that argument before where people come to me and say, hey, you know, how come blacks ain't do this? Don't give me that. If you have the talent, you will get work. It doesn't matter what color skin you are. Okay, first of all, that's the first thing we get out of the way. Second thing is you gotta stay hungry. If you're not hungry, if you think it's just something you're gonna do, or you're trying to make some money or do this and do that, you're the last person that's gonna be on the list.
Right.
You gotta have the hunger inside your heart to go get it. If you don't have that, you're just another dude in the pile.
Gotcha.
That's all it is right now. So you gotta keep pushing yourself every single day. I'm up every single day from like 8 in the morning to like 4:30 at night.
So you can't sleep no more. I mean, you got to sleep.
I literally fall asleep on my table and I'm
Gotcha.
working. That's how, and I do this to this day. I've been doing this from the time, even before I started, even before I got in the industry. I've been doing this, and I still do it to this day. So you just gotta stay hungry. You gotta stay hungry.
Appreciate it. Much love for what you've been doing. And thanks for the advice, man.
All right, bro.
Have a good one.
All right.